Hi, I'm Kimberly Woodard with Ebby Halliday Realtors. I'm sitting here with Gracie Morrow with Mortgage and Beyond, and we are going to share today the 4 do's for buying in 2025.
I know this might be shocking to you, but this is our number 1 do. Do start looking when you, as soon as have that 3% down payment. The 3% down payment doesn't have to come from your checking and savings. It can come from a lot of different places. For example, your retirement account, your 401k, and also if you have some parents that are willing to help you out, they can actually give you a gift funds too.
Definitely, and don't think that that money has to come from your current home. I have a lot of clients out there that are stressing because they are saying, oh my gosh, I have to sell my house. You may not have to if you qualify for 3% and you can use 3% from somewhere else. So our number 2 is focus on the home's potential. So many people want that house that is that model ready house, but is that really the best investment? Think about location, the area around it, the growth. These are all things your realtor can help you with. So that's also why it's important to be working with a qualified buyer's agent. It really is focusing on that potential. I've had it where someone looked at a home that was already done, they start to get into it and they decide they want to change everything. So is that really the right investment? Whereas you could get a home that maybe doesn't have all those great updates and make those updates yourself.
Yeah, I would say for first-time home buyers or even some second home buyers, doing renovation is kind of like really scary.
Yep.
But there's a lot of contractors that your real estate agent can refer you. You know, use the people around your network, and you don't have to do everything on your own. So a lot of time, if you see a house that needs some updates,
Right.
you might be able to get a better price, right?
Correct.
Because when someone have done all the updates and they put their sweat equity in, you're gonna be paying for it. I can guarantee you, there's not a perfect home. The home is what you want to make it to be. So you can be buying a brand new construction, as soon as you move in, you will still wanna make some changes.
Definitely, I agree with that. So remember, home's potential, location, location.
Number 3 do is home inspection. So when I talk to a lot of my clients and when they come to us with the contract and they've been pre-approved for mortgage, and I really have to explain what is a property inspection. Because in the entire process, I think there's 2 terminologies that can be confusing.
Yes.
One is property inspection, another one is appraisal. Can we talk about that for a
Yes,
second?
yes.
So most people have no idea, and those are 2 different jobs.
So a property inspection is when you can think of the doctor going in to give a physical on the home.
Scary.
And that's really what they are doing, and they're going to tear apart that home. But you want them to do that. You want to know the condition of that home before you get into it. It is so important to do that inspection. Even when you're buying new construction, people think, oh, I don't need a property inspection when I do new construction. I will tell you, yes, you do. And if you are working with a buyer's agent, they will advise you to have that. And not just at the end, during the entire process. And it's so important.
Absolutely. So now let's talk about what is appraisal. Appraisal is a terminology I always get confused with the inspection. A lot of buyers would say, oh, I've done inspection, I don't need appraisal. No, you absolutely do, because appraisal is more like the financial side to make sure that you're not overpaying for a property. Maybe you fall in love with the property, maybe your buyer's agent said, this is a great location, it has a lot of potential, but you still want to make sure that the value is there. So appraiser is a third-party, unbiased, independent contractor, point blank, right?
It's all about value.
They have no emotions, and they don't really care if it's a big backyard that has a pretty wallpaper. They're there to run the numbers for you. That's why the appraiser always work with the mortgage companies, and then we will make sure that you're paying a fair market value. So getting appraisal is not recommended, is must have if you go through a mortgage process, but at least now you know the difference between an inspection report and appraisal report.
So number 4 is maintain your financial current situation and think about the future. If you're buying a home, even considering buying a home, do not buy that new car right now or before closing. Don't switch jobs right now. I even tell my clients, if they're gonna buy new appliances for the house, you can go ahead and pick them out, but don't charge that credit card until I have said we have funded. Now you can charge away. And then think about the future. You know, when you're buying your home, look at, you're gonna be pre-approved for a maximum amount. But look at your budget and what do you wanna do? If you're wanting to travel, maybe you're looking at a home that's a lesser price point, because you want to have that budget to travel. You know, take those in consideration when you're buying that property.
You can not only maintain, but if you want to improve
Yes.
your financial situation, that's always a good thing. The number one question that we get asked by our client is, can I switch jobs if I'm switching from a W-2 job to another W-2 job that pay me more? Absolutely. What we don't want you to do is switch from a W-2 job to a 1099 job, because that changed the whole pay structure, right? And as far as what I so appreciate you mentioned about the maximum pre-approval amount,
Right.
because not many realtors will be so transparent and so like customer interest at first mindset. They will say your maximum approval at 600,000. Let's look at 595. It's not really how much you get pre-approved. It's what works.